We assaulted a fortress with 40 armed men inside. 2 hours later, I learned that some people you save don't want to be saved, and some monsters wear the faces you trust most. The compound sat like a tumor on the landscape. Concrete walls, guard towers, floodlights that turned night into day. Paulo Reyes' kingdom. And somewhere inside, a woman who shared Jae-sung's blood was counting down her last hours alive. We parked 2 miles out, hiked through scrub brush and darkness. Jae-sung was limping. The bullet wound in his side from the penthouse breach hadn't healed. Blood seeped through the bandage. He'd refused painkillers. "Need you sharp," he'd said. "Need to feel everything." I understood. Pain keeps you honest. Keeps you human when the monster wants to take over. "Final weapons check," I whispered. We crouched in the shadows. I had an MP5, 2 Glocks, 4 grenades, and a knife my grandmother gave me before I joined the military. Jae-sung carried a shotgun, a pistol, and enough rage to level the compound by willpower alone. "This is insane," he said quietly. "We're 2 people against an army." "Your point?" He smiled. That dangerous viper smile. "Just making sure you know." Jae-sung. I grabbed his vest. Made him look at me. "When we get inside, things will go wrong. They always do. If it comes down to choosing between me and your sister, don't. Listen. If you have to choose, you save her. That's the mission. I'm already dead. I died 2 years ago in Medellin. Everything since has been borrowed time." His jaw clenched. "You're not dying tonight. Neither are you. But if we do," I touched his face. "Just for a second. It was an honor being your partner. Lucy, move out. We're losing darkness." The compound had 6 guard towers, rotating patrols every 8 minutes. Floodlights every 20 yards. Dogs. Motion sensors. Paulo wasn't taking chances. We approached from the east, blind spot between towers 3 and 4. 40 seconds of darkness before the patrol sweep. "Now," I breathed. We ran, low and fast. Hit the wall. I pulled out the climbing gear. We'd get one shot at this. Jae-sung went up first. His injured side screamed. I could see it in how his jaw locked. But he didn't make a sound. At the top, he secured the rope. I followed. We dropped into the compound, crouched in shadows, dogs barking somewhere, voices in Spanish, radio chatter. "Guard barracks, north side," Jae-sung whispered. "Detention cells, south side. That's where they'd keep her." "Split up?" "No, we stay together. I'm not losing you." We moved through the compound like ghosts. Past storage buildings, past vehicles. Every shadow was a threat, every sound a potential alarm. Then I saw them. 2 guards by a reinforced door, smoking, laughing, casual. That door. That had to be it. I signaled Jae-sung. He nodded. We split left and right, approached from angles. 10 feet, 5 feet. The guards never saw us coming. My knife took the first one in the throat. Jae-sung broke the second one's neck. We caught their bodies, lowered them silently. I grabbed the first guard's keycard, swiped it. The door clicked open. Concrete corridor, fluorescent lights, 6 cells, 5 empty, 1 occupied. A young woman, early 20s, Korean features, beautiful even with the bruises. She looked up as we entered, and I saw Jae-sung's eyes in her face. His sister. "Who?" she started in Korean. "Ji-woo?" Jae-sung said softly. "Ji-woo Kim?" She stared at him. "How do you know my name?" "I'm your brother, half-brother, Kim Jae-sung." Her face went through a dozen emotions: confusion, disbelief, recognition. "The Viper," she whispered. "Oh God. They told me. They said you'd come. They said you'd try to save me. That's exactly what we're doing." I moved to the cell door. Started picking the lock. "We're getting you out. You'll be safe. I promise." Her voice was strange. Flat. You don't understand. The lock clicked. I pulled the door open. Ji-woo stood slowly and smiled. It was wrong. All wrong. The smile didn't reach her eyes. You shouldn't have come, she said in perfect English. No accent. No fear. Then she pulled a gun from behind her back and aimed it at Jae-sung's chest. Time stopped. My weapon was up before thought, aimed at Ji-woo's head. Drop it, I said coldly. Right now. Lucy, wait. Jae-sung's voice was broken, confused. She's not a hostage, I said, eyes locked on Ji-woo. She's the trap. Aren't you? Ji-woo's smile widened. Ghost 7. They told me you were smart, but clearly not smart enough, or you wouldn't be here. Ji-woo, what are you talking about? Jae-sung stepped toward her. I'm your brother. I came to save you. Save me? She laughed. Cold. You abandoned me. You and your father. Left my mother to raise me alone in Seoul while you built your empire. Do you know what poverty looks like, Oppa? Do you know what it's like to watch your mother die because you can't afford medicine? I didn't know you existed. Liar, she screamed it. Father knew. He always knew. He just didn't care. And neither did you. You were too busy becoming the Viper. Too busy building your kingdom on blood and corpses. Ji-woo, please. Paulo found me 6 months ago. Told me everything. Offered me a chance for revenge. For justice. And I took it. Min-jae's betrayal started 6 months ago. You recruited the traitors, Jae-sung breathed. This whole time, you weren't the victim. You were the architect. Finally catching up. Ji-woo kept the gun steady. Min-jae was easy. Greedy. Soo-jin too. I just had to show them how much you were really worth. How much Paulo would pay to take everything from the great Viper of Seoul. Why? Jae-sung's voice cracked. We're blood. Blood means nothing when you're starving, when your mother is dying, when the father who could save you pretends you don't exist. Tears ran down her face, but the gun never wavered. I watched her die, Oppa, held her hand while she apologized for not giving me a better life. And where were you? Counting money in your penthouse. The compound alarm started screaming. And there it is, Ji-woo said. They know you're here. 40 men, all of them waiting for my signal. She raised her other hand, showed us a dead man's switch. I let go of this. The bombs under this building detonate. You, me, everyone gone. Paulo gets his revenge. I get mine. Poetic, don't you think? I kept my weapon trained on her, calculating. The switch, the angle. Could I make the shot before she released it? Lucy, Jae-sung's voice was quiet. Don't. She's going to kill us both. I know. But she's right. I abandoned her. My father abandoned her. She has every right to hate me. Jae-sung. I'm sorry, Ji-woo. He lowered his weapon. Stepped toward her. I'm sorry for everything our father did. For everything I didn't do. For not finding you sooner. For not being the brother you deserved. Sorry doesn't bring her back. Ji-woo sobbed. Sorry doesn't erase 10 years of hell. No, it doesn't. He was 5 feet from her now. 3. But I can give you something else. Closure. He dropped his gun. Opened his arms. You want revenge? Take it. Shoot me. Kill the Viper. End the cycle. But let Lucy go. She's innocent. She's just someone trying to survive. Like you. Like your mother. Jae-sung. What the fuck are you doing? I hissed, giving her what she needs. He looked at his sister. Pull the trigger, Ji-woo. I won't stop you. I won't fight. Just promise me you'll let Lucy live. Promise me you'll walk away from Paulo after this. Build a real life, not one built on revenge. Ji-woo's hand shook. The gun, the switch, both trembling. I hate you, she whispered. I hate you so much. I know. You stole my life, my mother's life, everything. I know. I should kill you. I should watch you bleed out on this concrete and feel nothing. Yes, you should. The gun pressed against his chest, her finger on the trigger. And I saw it. The war in her eyes. Hate and pain and grief and something else. Something human underneath the monster Paulo had created. My grandmother's voice in my head. But different this time. Softer. Sometimes the lion must lie down so the hyena can remember she's not alone. I lowered my weapon. Ji-woo, I said quietly. Look at me. She did. Gun still on Jae-sung. Switch still in her hand. My name is Lucio Conquo. 3 years ago, I killed a man named Paulo Reyes. He was someone's brother. Someone's son. His family has been hunting me ever since. And you know what I learned? What? Revenge doesn't fill the hole. It just makes it bigger. I killed Mateo, so Paulo wants me dead. If you kill Jae-sung, someone will come for you. Then someone comes for them. The cycle never ends. We just keep creating more monsters. I don't care. Yes, you do. Because if you didn't, you would have pulled that trigger already. You would have released that switch and ended us all. I took a step closer. But you haven't. Because somewhere under the pain, you know your mother wouldn't want this. She wouldn't want you to become the thing that destroyed your family. You don't know anything about my mother. I know she loved you. I know she died. Apologizing, instead of blaming. That's not a woman who raised a killer. That's a woman who raised someone strong enough to survive, strong enough to choose something different. Footsteps. Running. The compound security was coming. 10 seconds, Ji-woo said. Then it's too late for all of us. Then give us 5 of those seconds, I said. 5 seconds to decide if you want to be a survivor or a victim. 5 seconds to choose if you become Paulo's weapon or your own person. She looked at me. At Jae-sung. At the gun in her hand. The door behind us exploded open. Paulo Reyes himself stood in the doorway, flanked by 10 armed men. He was everything the legend said. Handsome, ruthless, dead eyes that had seen too much violence to remember what mercy looked like. Well, he said in Spanish-accented English, the ghost and the viper, together at last. Ji-woo, you've done well. Paulo, Ji-woo said, her voice shaking. I kill them both, now. Then we'll discuss your payment. She stared at him. Payment? You said you'd give me justice. And I am. Their deaths are justice. Or did you think I'd give you money and let you walk away? You know too much, Nina. You were always going to die with them. Understanding crashed across her face. Horror, betrayal. She'd been used. Just another pawn in Paulo's game. No, she breathed. You promised. I promised nothing. You wanted revenge. I gave you tools. Now finish the job or die with them. Paulo's men raised their weapons, aimed at all 3 of us. And Ji-woo made her choice. She turned the gun on Paulo Reyes and opened fire. Chaos. Ji-woo's shots went wide. Paulo was already diving for cover, but it gave us half a second. Half a second was enough. I grabbed Jae-sung, pulled him behind the cell wall as Paulo's men opened fire. Concrete exploded. Bullets carved the air where we'd been standing. Ji-woo dropped behind a metal table, still firing at Paulo's position. Not trained. Not skilled. Just desperate. We need to move, I shouted over the gunfire. That dead man's switch. I lied, Ji-woo screamed back. There are no bombs. I just needed you to listen. What? I'm sorry, I just wanted him to feel what I felt. I wanted. A bullet took her in the shoulder. She went down screaming. Jae-woo! Jae-sung lunged from cover. I grabbed him. No! It's suicide. I don't care. She's my blood. She's... I slapped him. Hard. She chose to save us. Don't make it meaningless. Paulo's voice echoed through the gunfire. Burn them out. Grenades. We had seconds. I looked at Jae-sung, at Ji-woo, bleeding on the floor, at the 10 men between us and the only exit. Sometimes, you have to become the monster. Cover me, I said. Lucy, what are you? I stood up, walked into the gunfire. Training took over, muscle memory, the ghost I used to be. My hands moved faster than thought, weapon up, firing, moving, never staying still, never giving them a clean shot. 2 men down before they realized I was advancing. Not retreating, advancing. Their fire discipline broke. Panic. They shot at where I'd been, not where I was. I slid under their crossfire, came up inside their formation, grabbed one man's weapon, redirected it at his teammate, made him kill his own, used his body as a shield, advanced, fired around him. 3 more dropped. I was the ghost, the monster, the weapon the government built. And I was beautiful in my terror. Jae-sung joined me, shotgun booming, each blast taking a man down. We moved like we'd trained together for years, reading each other, covering each other. 5 seconds, 8 men dead. Paulo was running, fleeing toward the back exit. Lucy! Ji-woo screamed. Behind you! I spun. Too late. The last guard had me cold, weapon aimed at my head. Finger on the trigger. Ji-woo threw herself between us. The shot meant for me took her in the chest. Time crawled. I watched her fall, watched the light leave her eyes, watched Jae-sung catch her before she hit the ground. No, no, no. He was crying. The Viper was crying. Ji-woo, stay with me. Please, please don't. I'm sorry, she gasped. Blood on her lips. So much blood. Appa. I'm sorry. I just wanted someone to see me. I see you. He sobbed. I see you, Dong-sang. I see you. Tell Ioma. I tried to be strong. Like her. You are strong. You're the strongest person I know. Please. Please hold on. We'll get you out. Too late. Touched his cheek. You're a good brother. Would have been. Nice to know you. Ji-woo, Lucy. She looked at me, eyes fading. Thank you. For trying. For seeing. Me. Her hand fell. She was gone. Jae-sung's scream shattered the night. I left him with her body, grabbed my weapon, followed Paulo. Rage. Pure rage. This girl. This broken girl who just wanted someone to see her pain. Dead. Because of men like Paulo. Men like me. Men who turned people into weapons. I found him at his SUV, fumbling with keys. Desperate. Paulo Reyes. He spun. Gun up. I shot it out of his hand. 2 years, I said, walking toward him. 2 years you hunted me. Made me live in shadows. Made me forget who I was. Ghost 7, wait, we can make a deal. I don't make deals with dead men. The cartel. They'll never stop kill me, and you'll have 50 men hunting. Off you. Let them come. I pressed my gun against his forehead. This is for Mateo. For Ji-woo. For every life you destroyed building your empire of blood. Please. No mercy. Not tonight. I pulled the trigger. Police. Federal agents. Jae-sung sat beside Ji-woo's covered body. Still. Silent. Broken. I sat beside him. Covered in blood and cordite and regret. I killed him, I said quietly. Paulo's dead. No response. The feds are here. They'll want to question us. Probably arrest us. Nothing. Jae-sung, we need to go. She died hating me, he whispered. My sister died thinking I abandoned her. No. She died saving me. That's not hate. That's love. Complicated, messy, broken love. But love. I should have found her sooner. Should have. Should have. Doesn't matter now. What matters is that in her last moments, she chose to be a hero. She chose to save us instead of destroy us. That's who she really was. Under the pain, under the anger, a hero. He looked at me, eyes red. Destroyed. What do we do now? We survive. We honor her. We try to be better than the monsters we were. Can we? I took his hand. I don't know. But we try. Together. Footsteps behind us. I turned. A woman. FBI jacket. Asian features. Cold eyes. Lucy Okonkwo. Kim Jae-sung. I'm Special Agent Kim Min-seo. You're both under arrest for multiple homicides, domestic terrorism, and... I'm Ghost 7, I interrupted. Black Ops. Classified. You don't have jurisdiction. Ghost 7 died 2 years ago. Her file is sealed. Then unseal it. Make the call. My handler was Division Chief Marcus Webb. Tell him Lucy is coming in from the cold. Her expression flickered. Surprise. Confusion. Wait here. She walked away. Made a call. Came back 5 minutes later. You're cleared, both of you. Someone very high up the chain just made you disappear from our system. But there's a condition. What condition? Tonight, never come back. And if either of you ever resurface in our jurisdiction, the deal is off, and you go to Supermax for life. Jae-sung stood. Where would we even go? Agent Kim smiled. Slightly. I hear Seoul is nice this time of year. We walked through arrivals, exhausted, changed, different. So this is home, I said. Your home. Was my home. Before I became the Viper. Before everything. He looked around. I don't know if I belong here anymore. Neither do I. But maybe that's okay. Maybe we build something new. Something that isn't about revenge or violence or the past. Like what? I don't know. Coffee shop? Bookstore? Something ridiculously normal. He laughed. Soft. Real. Ghost 7. Running a bookstore. The Viper. Serving lattes. That's insane. Everything about us is insane. We walked toward the exit. Toward whatever came next. Lucy? Yeah? Thank you. For everything. For being my partner. For not giving up. For... His voice caught. For reminding me, I'm human. On all counts. Outside, Seoul sprawled before us. Massive. Anonymous. A place to disappear. A place to start over. What now? Jae-sung asked. Now? I looked at him. This broken man who'd become my partner. My friend. Maybe something more, given time. Now we live. Really live. Not as weapons. Not as monsters. Just as Lucy and Jae-sung. Two people trying to be better than their worst moments. Think we can? My grandmother used to say, monsters are monsters. But monsters can learn. Learn what? How to be human again, he smiled. That real smile. The one I'd seen glimpses of. The one that said maybe, just maybe, there was hope for people like us. Together? He asked, extending his hand. Together, I said, taking it. We walked into Seoul's morning. Into our uncertain future. Two ghosts. Two vipers. Two broken people who'd found each other in hell and decided to climb out together. Behind us, the war was over. Ahead, life was waiting. And for the first time in 2 years, I wasn't running toward death. I was walking toward something else. Something that looked suspiciously like hope. 6 months. The bookstore was small, cozy, tucked between a cafe and a flower shop in Hongdae. Lucy's Books, the sign said in English and Korean. Inside, I shelved new arrivals. Jae-sung made coffee for customers. We'd learned to smile without it being a weapon. Learned to exist without looking over our shoulders every 3 seconds. The bell above the door chimed. A woman entered. Late 20s. American. Something familiar about her eyes. She walked directly to me. Lucy Okonkwo? My blood chilled. Who's asking? She smiled. Extended her hand. Sarah Martinez's sister, Elena. She talked about you. Before she died. Said if I ever needed help, I should find Ghost 7. My world tilted. What do you need? My daughter was taken. Trafficking ring. Korea-based. The police can't help. Won't help. But Sarah said you could. Said you were the best she'd ever seen. I looked at Jae-sung. He was already moving to flip the store sign to closed. We're retired, I said carefully. I know. I'm sorry. But I have no one else. And Sarah said. She said you'd understand. Because you're a survivor too. I stared at this woman. At her desperation. At her hope. Sometimes the lion must roar. Tell me everything, I said. Jae-sung appeared beside me. Looks like retirement is over. We said we'd be better than our worst moments. Saving a child from traffickers seems pretty good to me. I looked at Elena. At her tears. At her faith that 2 broken people could make a difference. One condition, I said. After this, you forget you ever met us. We go back to being nobody. Deal. I pulled out my phone. Made a call. I swore I'd never make again. Marcus. It's Lucy. I need intel on trafficking networks in Seoul. Yes, I know I'm supposed to be dead. Just send the files. No. This isn't a comeback. This is personal. I hung up, looked at Jae-sung. Last time? He asked. Last time. That's what we said 6 months ago. This time, I mean it. He smiled. That dangerous viper smile I'd grown to love. I didn't. Because some people can retire from being weapons. But some of us? We're only ghosts pretending to be human. And sometimes, the world needs ghosts.